Hello, everybody. Welcome to Afrikanizah-Up. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Uh, Subscribe and comment to our new channel. We're excited that we've got a new channel where we're going to discuss fundamental issues to do with African issues, especially this diasporan African. We depend on you guys to like, subscribe to our channel. It's a new channel, and we want your input as well. So that we can have exchange of ideas on how we will make a better Africa and a better understanding between the brothers. We Africans, we want to go home. So, not before going, I'll let you listen to what we are talking about regarding life itself, which is not a permanent state. Thank you for listening. But because we believe we've got souls, which we do, we are a soul people. Your soul goes out of your spirit goes out of your body. That's when you die, and that's what you go to think, that what are we leaving behind for the younger generation, especially in Africa. I come from a country, I don't have to say it, you can see from my t-shirt. I love this country to bits, but I'm not in that country. You know why? It's just because things were not just being done properly. And it's not because there are no people, they are very intelligent, very well learned people, but then there was a system there which was left for us to sort of improve on, but we just became, I don't know, we became, became very, what word? I'm trying to find a word which describes it. Self-centered and also cantankerous and very, you don't want to be told anything. When someone is big-headed, yeah, became like my big head, big-headed to be told anything by our own people, by its own people. Because what's happening now, it's like the country is being, as far as I can see, is that the distribution of wealth should be measured by those who are qualified to do it. There are a lot of qualified Zimbabweans who could run that country very, very well. People like countries like Zambia were nothing, compared to Zimbabwe now. But you see how it's being run very well. Look at Malawi; it's being run very well. I don't know. There are problems in South Africa, but there's democracy. They allow people to say what's wrong with their country. There are problems everywhere, not only in Zimbabwe. There are problems in America, but people should be learn to sit down and talk about the problems, because we've got only one country, Zimbabweans. I love my Zimbabweans. I love my country. I always love my country, but now I'm in the UK. I don't know if I can be able to come to Zimbabwe one day with my ideation, or to record or sell Zimbabwe on the map and record all the nice, wonderful places, the holidays. We got so many things we could do to improve the economy. But then, if the economy is going to be run by people who are less qualified, or in a dodgy manner where you don't know whether tomorrow you change into Zig or Zak or something like this. You don't know what the economy is going to be like. You don't know how it's going to be run. But we hope this time we've learned a lot. And this Zig, we wish it the best so that we can come back from the diaspora. And we actually want to see the fundamentals, the backbone, things like hospitals. Please, hospitals shouldn't be so expensive. It's so expensive to be sick in Zimbabwe. Like, for instance, myself, I've been ill for a year, and because I pay my NI, my national insurance, I've been looked after up to today. I because I'm a pensioner. My pension is here. It covers me. My fundamentals, all right. But I want to be in a sun uh, place like in Zimbabwe because I need my vitamin B. Is it? Vitamin D rather, not B. Vitamin D, so that because we need the sunlight, so that it's good for melanin to be exposed to sun, not to be in a cold place like this one. Because yeah, I tell you what, I can't record many issues because the weather is atrocious. It's raining, it's windy, it's cold, but it's efficient. It's an efficient country. It's a well-run economy. You see, we got everything here. I've got um, adult bus. I can because I got my car, but it's a choice that I can drive it if I want to. But everything is run smoothly, which Zimbabweans are very capable of doing because uh, we were brought up with the British system. We are black, but we are British in a way. We can't run away from that fact. We it is embedded in us. Our education formally was English, and you know that when most of you guys who could be watching, if you happen to be Zimbabwean, you were forced to speak in English, even if you come from school. It's your house by your mother, your father. You had to speak proper English because that was the passport to work, to do anything you do in the world. And actually, the English have done so well because as an international language, is the computer language, is the commerce language which we have. We should be very glad that we have got that and we are able to use it in the proper way, not to shout at each other or put each other down. And also, besides, guys, we have got our white brothers. They are Zimbabweans who are of white skin. They were born in that country. I feel so sorry that we don't include them in our decision making. It seems we just think of us. Yes, they are a minority, but they are part of us. We should be proud to have those people participate in whatever we do, not to just say, oh, what you say is rubbish because you're a white man, or make everyone feel, oh, you're a black man or a white man. Let's do away with pettiness, guys. Let's be real. Let's make our country grow. I'm sure what I'm saying will make sense to others. To others, it's rubbish as usual. It's like that. But I think mainly to a person who has got their reasoning capacity, their fundamentals are making sense. We should be thankful and joyful. Now, I was talking about our women. Those are the people who will carry us forward. Our women should not feel that we are letting them down, or when it comes to making decisions, we just make decisions as men. We need our women to be involved in safeguarding our pride. If you're a man like myself without a wife, do you think I'm proud? I'm not proud. I want to have my missus to be with me, besides me, my kids. Those are the backbone of the family. Every man, even even if it is Muhammad Ali or anyone, came out of a woman. So don't play with women. Women are very powerful people, and they're like gods to me. Maybe to you it's their thing to kick around. To me, I think it's part of God's creation to have a woman who is happy, who feels safe amongst his own people, feel respected, feel fairly treated. You see, this is the 20th century, guys. We are not, the bushwalkers where people were just gatherers and hunters. Now we use our brains. There are some women who are very, very smart. That's one thing. Very smart upstairs. So give them their due diligence. I wish I could get one like that, but anyway, I'm not intelligent enough to be quite honest. I can just say these things and present it as they are. I'm lucky to be pursuing this Africanize Up Afrikanizer the first, I said, well, it's a good name, but Afrikanize-Up is for people who are of melanin. They can be in any part of the world. The Philippines, they can be in America, they can be in Canada, they can be here, where I am, which is the British Islands, or they can be. Anyway, they should, those people are special in the sense that we have been disfranchised because of or prejudice against because of our color. But we are not taking retribution towards our white brothers. There are things which we learned, and also there are things which they learned from treating us that way. I'm sure they are remorseful. They don't want this to go on because they are reasonable people. Because I see it, why I'm saying so. They also look at even their dogs, their cows, the way they treat them, especially in the UK. They're treated with kindness. So it's high time we started treating each other with kindness and respect. And we stop this nonsense of shooting each other, killing each other, instead of developing Africa. It's a vast continent, underdeveloped, with minerals for the world, with a place for everyone to come and be at home, you know, so that we can come to Europe and they can come, Europeans can come to Africa, Africans can come to Europe and stop this prejudice, man. Come on. Stop this nonsense. We've got only one world. The only one world. You guys have gone to the moon. Have got a space station orbiting. Why do you want to go to Elon Musk? Why do you want to go to this other planet? What you call it? Where you want to go? This other planet, which has been the topic of that. We are going to Mars. What's on Mars when everything is here? God gave us everything here. Let's develop, preserve our earth, and stop this stop playing God with things which we don't know. Yeah, there's artificial intelligence. We are a God actually because we are made of God. But let's do it for the betterment of humanity. Hey, whoever is listening out there, give us a shout out. Distribute this channel, the new channel, which is dynamic. Come with your ideas. Let's put them in there and see how far we can develop. On the other side of this channel, we shall bring in the other side where we are actually interested in entrepreneurs to develop certain sectors, but we don't have access to credit. This is another thing which we'll be talking about at another time. We will be bringing in LEN, which is part of my website. It's a website, len.com, which deals with financial engineering. And this is going to be, once we have all the gears in place, we have got a proper bank, functioning bank, not this thing of, hey, you bankers, there's this discrimination against small business people like myself, because I want to open an account. Then because I haven't been not feeling well, I can't have 100%, what do you call it, in the UK. If you have not paid or you defaulted in your payments, you're punished severely. So me, I haven't been working for a year, not because I wanted to. It's because I became ill. You know why I became ill? Because of COVID, of course. COVID almost killed me, but now I'm better. I've been treated by the system, and then I want to go into business. But the only thing which is happening is that I don't have a proper account because the scoring system is flawed. Please open up, because the money which is coming there is not even yours. I don't want your money. I just want a bank account. I got people who give me the money. There are people there with money which is just sitting, not doing anything. And those are the people I want to work with. Not for war, but for development. for Zimbabwe, for Africa, for Kenya. I saw my friend Marwa, he was walking around showing this beachfront property, like a hotel. We could do that, and already a resort where people go and feel safe. You know, we want to feel safe. Or light rail system in this country. There's an opportunity to develop that. In the Midlands, they want light rail system, and I know all about it. And all I need is a bank because I got the money for it. I got people who have got money who say, "We'll give you the money," and what I get is just a crumb. I get my commission. That's all right, but I would have made life for a lot of other people. My community, which is English community at the moment, there are a lot of people with nothing. I'm lucky to be in a situation where I have the mic. Who has the mic get listened to. So listen up. This is where we are going. We're heading for the mountains. We're getting to be in a situation where we are higher up. We'll be flying with the eagles. We're heading up the mountains. Yeah. Poverty should not be existing to a person like Afrikanizah-Up, like African the first. Africa the first shouldn't be poor. Should have everything for himself and all of those people with like-minded people, just like what Marwa does. I love Marwa because he's the guy who inspired me to be the person I am today. Yeah, on that score, I think we shall leave this podcast, and the next one it will be like a vlog where we'll be walking and talking to people and showing people how wonderful it is to preserve what was left behind. Like in the UK, there's a lot of that. People in the UK, I don't know how lucky they are. They've got the oldest houses, but they're still generating money. I think that's what we should learn to preserve our history and not to bury it, and remember that we have got children who are coming up. Teach them the right thing. Yeah. There's a song by Crosby, Stills and Nash. Is it Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young? Teach your children well. That song was played by my father when he was still alive. You see, I was lucky to have a father who had an insight, a father who actually knew so much ahead, a father who knew who Bob Marley was. You see, my father is the one who brought Bob Marley to Zimbabwe. Yeah, to Zimbabwe. Bob Marley was brought by my dad. I'm proud of that. I've got proof of that, and no one can deny that fact. That's a fact. There were people like my father, Gigi Muchanyuka, the people like Bruno, Job Kadengu, who died not because he had to die, it's just because he made a mistake of giving the leadership a means of transport to come from the bush guerrilla war. So did my father, because my father, my father knew personally, you understand? He knew the initial war veterans. Yeah, Herbert Chitepo. We even bought a house in Highfield from the Herbert Chitepo. My father knew him personally. I used to know Maurice Nyagumbo personally, the late. I used to know Tekere personally. I used to know Vamahachi personally. I used to know Vamuzenda personally. Vamgabe, I knew of him, but he was perhaps um, known to my family members personally. So I'm not coming from artificial intelligence. I'm coming from real ground, grassroots intelligence. Um, we should, as Zimbabweans, know what we want, and we should be allowed to do what we can do. I've mixed up a lot of issues today. It's just because we are going to be launching is Afrikanize-Up. Afrikanize up, not Afrikanize down. Afrikanizer, the first is this one. No, the first is my dad. Where is he? Let me show you. It's Afrikanizer, the first is this man. That's Afrikanizer the first and Bob Marley. I am just Afrikanize-Up, right? Yeah, there will be a time when I will be traveling. I think I'll go to Jamaica and meet with people like Ziggy Marley with that photograph. It will cost a fortune. I want to actually, we will be going into doing apparel like t-shirts, and if anyone knows where we can have our t-shirts done for Afrikanize-Up t-shirt. The first we as well can have a t-shirt, and that will help us pay the bills and also spread the word, the concept. It's a good concept, guys. Yeah, give us a shout out, like, share. What do you say? Tell us, Marwa. You like, you share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Watch hours to my channel, guys. Subscribe. Today's today, guys. There's another guy who works for Marwa there. He does his horses. Today's today, guys. Right? Today's today. So let's talk about it tomorrow. Thank you for listening. It has been a pleasure. Thank you.